And a good day to each and every one of you. Jewel here with J7409 Weather. Today, of course, is the 28th of June, 2019, Friday. Hope everybody's going to have a good day, a safe day, and a blessed day. Right now, we're looking at the severe categorical outlook map. And what is going on? Well, severe storms capable of isolated large hail and severe wind gust is going to be possible today across parts of the central to northeastern Montana areas and western North Dakota today and tonight. So you guys can go ahead and prepare for that. Also, in the mid-Missouri Valley to the Great Lakes area, now there's considerable uncertainty that's remaining where you guys are at for the greater thunderstorm coverage. You should have some, and they should occur this afternoon, regardless of around 25 to 30 knots of effective bulk shear and strong instability. That's going to support mainly multi-cell clusters capable of producing both isolated large hail and damaging winds. And when we come to the lower Mississippi Valley region, it's looking like this, folks. Loosely organized multi-cell cluster storms will probably move southward across parts of your region from late this morning through the afternoon. Now, in the absence of strong shear, isolated strong to damaging wind gusts will probably be your main threat with this convection through early evening, before it starts to cool up a little bit and instability and the marginal threat of wind will still prevail, but not quite as strong. Now here we have the map again, so let's just click it through a little bit if we can. We'll come up here, we'll click it through and see what it's looking like for tornadoes. Greatest threat for tornadoes, North Dakota and Montana at 2% today. And for the wind outlook, you can see we have that 5% chance goes all the way from Louisiana, eastern Texas, western Mississippi, and southern Arkansas. And it moves right on up through parts of northern Missouri, large portion of Iowa, some of Illinois, Wisconsin, and Michigan. Greatest threat of wind is in Montana and North Dakota. So that's what that's looking like with the wind. So far as the hail, here we go. We have most of the large hail up in Montana, a little bit of North Dakota. We still have that 5% chance from northern Missouri, a large portion of Iowa, parts of Illinois, Wisconsin, and also Michigan. So far as thunderstorm activity, here we go, folks. Anywhere you see this, it may be 10%, but these thunderstorms can break out, folks. I'm just telling you. Like I've told you before on the categorical map. If you're green, I don't care if you're 5%. You still got a chance of some severe weather that could pop up and could produce heavy winds, hail, and tornadoes. As we move through the day and everything heats up, and boy, it's heating up, isn't it, folks? Look there, Florida, 40% in the Panhandle, as well as from mid to southern Florida and the Keys, in Louisiana, Arkansas, and western Mississippi. And here we go, that 40% chance of staying mainly in the same places, but it does move a little farther to the west, with New Mexico and parts of Arizona having a 40% chance of severe thunderstorm activity. Now when we take a look at what's going on tropical-wise, still nothing in the Atlantic, still nothing in the Central Pacific. But over in the Eastern North Pacific, well, Alvin's got a friend. Looking like this friend is going to take the same track of Alvin. So let's see what's going on. Alvin has 70-mile-per-hour winds now. Check it out. The minimum central pressure is still falling, 994 millibars. If you're tracking Alvin, 18.0 north, 1 That's 116.3 west, and Alvin is moving northwest at 15 miles per hour. And over here we have this disturbance. Now this is a tropical wave. It's located several hundred miles south-southwest of the Gulf of Tempe, and it's producing disorganized showers and thunderstorms. Now, environmental conditions are expected to be conducive for the development of this system over the next several days, and a tropical depression is likely to form late this weekend or no later than early next week, while this disturbance is also moving westward to west-northwestward, well away from the coast of Mexico. In 2 days, 40% chance of forming. In 5 days, 80% chance of forming. Now, it's looking like probably by Saturday, Alvin should just be a depression, but the initial motion of this track forecast philosophy is remaining the same, everyone, as it previously has. Now, Alvin should continue to move around the western areas of a subtropical ridge during the next couple of days, with the weakening cycle turning more westward and decelerating. Now, the latest National Hurricane Track forecast is near the various consensus aids. Now, you can see the winds here right now today. It does have 70 mile per hour winds. In 12 hours, it should begin to weaken to 65, 45, 30, and 25, and by 72 hours, just dissipate. I thought I would throw something a little different in here for you folks this morning, everyone that's flying around today. Well, this is the GTG Max combined intensity for turbulence, okay? Now, where you see it's orange, that's like moderate turbulence. This is very light where it's yellow. So just remember, if it's yellow, that's a little bit of turbulence. I've got this set for 1,000 feet. So we'll just move right along here. If it gets darker, that's more turbulence. We'll move through right quick, as you can see. The readings right here. This is for today if you're flying anywhere across the U.S. I wanted to bring this to your attention. I know a lot of my people do fly. And this is going into tomorrow morning. I wanted to bring this to your attention so you could see where the greatest turbulence would be if you're flying somewhere. It's hot in many, many, many places, but where are the heat warnings? Well, they're over here, believe it or not, in South Dakota, Nebraska, down here in northeastern Kansas, and in parts of northwestern Missouri. Now, some of the people in South Dakota, which is usually kind of cool, they're under this heat advisory, folks. Everything in orange is a heat advisory. Their temperatures in South Dakota in these areas that are orange today should be in the 90s with a heat index of 103. So that's going to be a little weird for those folks. Please, please don't do anything outside for a long period of time, and make sure you dress in light, loose clothing and stay hydrated. Other than that, we have flood warnings going on up here in northeastern Montana. We got red flag warnings going on over here in southern Nevada, southeastern California, northwestern Arizona, and Las Vegas. The big deal that's going on, what you see more of than anything else, is air advisory, folks. The air quality alert. We've got it up in southern Minnesota, well, not southern Minnesota, but northeastern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. We've got it over here in southern New Jersey, Delaware, southern Pennsylvania, North Carolina, central North Carolina, also in central Alabama, and in western Tennessee, eastern Arkansas, and northern Mississippi, all the way down to Texas, the Houston, Galveston area. This is bad, folks. Now, this air quality alert, and also there's some over here in northern and central New Mexico. If you have any kind of respiratory problems If you're young kids or the elderly with respiratory problems, say like asthma or any trouble breathing, this is going to be bad. You don't need to go out long at all, and if you do, you do not need to do anything strenuous. No strenuous activities at all. It will make your breathing much, much harder to do. Now, just to show you exactly what's happening, this is the CO concentration of the air quality. The air is stagnant, folks, and this stuff is just hanging around for the most point. It moves some throughout the atmosphere through the day, but really not that much. You can see up in New Jersey it's very, very bad. But it's everywhere down in these areas. So this is the CO concentration. As we move to the SO2, look at that. It's everywhere, all over everywhere. And you know, this is a toxic gas, folks, okay? So if you have any problems at all breathing, if you're in any of these areas that I've just showed you on the warning and watch map, don't go out in it unless you have to, and make sure to maybe cover your, put a little dust mask on, like these little cheap ones you go out and mow the yard with, or something like that when you go out. Try not to stay out long at all if you can help it. If it's your first time over here, please do subscribe. I would appreciate it so very much. Just click the subscribe button, click the bell, and ensure yourself of getting all the latest in weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, any type of weather that may be coming your way. I'll be sure and get it out for you. If you have pictures you'd like to share when it comes to the weather, click show more below the video. Scroll down, you'll find my email address to send them to. Thanks for everything you do for me, guys. I love you so much. Take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, great day today. Peace, love, and kindness to each of you. Thank you so much for watching.